very quick one to say we've arrived in Heraklion late last night. We got in bed about 4 o'clock this morning. So we just thought we'd give you a quick shout to say hello.
Hello.
So we're actually chilling. We've just sat down. We're going for a walk. We're just chilling now. We've got a hop off bus. So we'll have a play on that, won't we?
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we're having a day going up the coast, and then we're off on the ferries to islands. So anyway, I'm going to say see you soon. Kate wants to say something.
I just thought I'd tell you I've done my first wash.
We've been here like 15 minutes. She's got a washing machine going. I rest
Just
my
our
case.
travelling clothes.
Okay, see you soon. Bye bye. Good morning. Just started talking, he wants to talk. Good morning. And what we'd like to tell you now, that doesn't matter whether it was afternoon or not, did it? So, as I was saying, good morning. What I'd like to tell you now is we've just got a hop off bus because it's the easiest way to get to Knossos Palace. So, we get on, and you get there, and you get on. But what I don't tell you is everyone down there, there's nowhere to plug it in. So, back to that, you're going to make your own stuff up. Okay, bye. We've just had the most amazing food. We've literally come to a little taverna, out of the way of anywhere, and it's sensational, the things we had. We'll put a link onto this place. It is fantastic.
Absolutely delicious. Absolutely.
So
and Jason's had the biggest octopus I think he's ever had.
Yes. Oh my God, it was sensational. All right, speak to you soon. Bye. Kate's ordered her food. She's got a salad. She's got aubergine. And some rice and leaves. I, on the other hand, have got to sit here with nothing.
Where are we?
We're in Heraklion.
What are we doing?
We've just been to see if we can get the ferry tickets printed out because they don't take it off your phone. But they're closed. So now we're going to walk into the city centre and get a beer.
Oh, and I've just nearly fell over.
So this morning we're off from Heraklion and we're on a ferry up to the islands. Where are we going?
Yes.
Why did it stand alongside me rather? You're pinching something out of my pocket.
Sorry.
So we're off to Eos this morning. It's further north, but we're just going to wing it.
Yeah, that's
Okay, bye.
I wasn't doing a video, I was doing a photograph.
See what I mean? This is what I'm up against. So, we've actually got on the ferry now. We're on a dirty, great, massive ferry. It's a huge ferry. Kate's wobbling about all over, so I can't use any of this.
What? It smells going up my nose.
Smoke's going up my nose now. You've got it on the wrong set, the wrong... Oh.
it good, that?
Gyros divine.
That's a giant. The gyros, not the husband. Cheers. So, Jason said, let's go for a little walk. Where's he taking me? Halfway down a mountain, which is not too bad considering we've had to walk halfway up a mountain to get here. And then obviously, once we get down this mountain and to the edge of a cliff to go and see a little church or maybe just an arch, we've got to come back. Joy! He's left me. He's walking down there, he's marching ahead. But actually the view's stunning if I'm really honest. Couldn't ask for more really, could you? Somewhere along there is a little ass. I don't mean Jason.
We've arrived at the tomb of Homer. For the ones who are culturally astute, you'll know who Homer is. For the ones who want to be culturally astute, Google it, Homer, Greek. For the ones who don't want to be culturally astute and have no intention, it's not The Simpson. See ya.
guided tour. Where we're going?
The Acropolis.
The Acropolis. So, because we've not got a vast amount of time, what we've decided, we'll do a guided tour and we'll get a hop-on hop-off bus so we can just meander around everywhere. We've got a short time here before we fly out to Singapore. So, come along, see you in a bit. Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Well, it's our final day in Athens. It's our final day in Greece. We started off in Heraklion in Crete. We've travelled through the Greek islands, a multitude of different routes. We've made it up to Athens. We've been here for 3 days now. We've had a cool time, but it's time for us to move on. And now, from tomorrow morning, we are going to Singapore. So we'll give all the tips, tricks, and we'll do our pits and peaks. And the pits and peaks are what we liked, what's the best things we liked, and what did we dislike. But remember, this is very personal to us. You're going to find different things. So have you got anything to add?
Only that whoever thinks the Greek islands are relaxing, we've done about an average of 15,000 steps a day.
Yeah. So I think it's because we've fitted in and we've not just done a relaxing holiday. We've been at places for 3 days and 4 days. By the time you arrive, you've kind of lost half a day. When you're leaving, you lose half a day. So we're fitting as much as we possibly can in a short period. But that's because we're doing a world travel, isn't it?
I agree.
All right, so we'll speak to you all soon. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it.
We've enjoyed it.
We've enjoyed it, yeah, and we're just going to carry on. So come along, or kind of don't come along. It's kind of up to you.
What do you mean me? Because I am coming along.
Oh, well, that's spoiled my last day, hasn't it? Right, we'll see you later. Take care. Bye. Right, hello, good afternoon from, where are we? Tiaman Islands. Tiaman Island off Malaysia. Now, this is going to be the end of the Greek leg, isn't it?
Yeah, first chance we've got to do it.
Yeah, we've literally been travelling. We've been doing 3 days, 3 days and 3 days, so we apologise intensely it took this long to get it sorted. There's not a lot we could do about it. Because we've spent so much time travelling, we've not had enough time to actually sit down and edit some kind of video together. And we don't know, we've said before, we're not that good, we're still learning. So,
and to be honest, we've been forced to do it today because we've had a bit of a storm this morning, so we've been forced to stay in and do something. You'll see that on one of the future videos.
A bit of a storm. Noah had started knocking a boat together. That's how much of a bit of a storm it was. So we've stopped in, we've decided to do this. You can see the beaches behind us. We apologise intensely again. I'm not saying it again. So anyway, on to the Greek leg. We enjoyed the Greek leg fantastically. It was great. It was a hit, and then out, wasn't it? So some of our tips. So that's the apologies over. Get over it. Right, some of our tips. What we did is we flew into Heraklion. We got a ferry up to an island called Eos. We got another, continued on then to Kufanasi, and then continued up to Athens before we came east. So our first tips for that leg, what we did, and remember we were only there a short little period, so they're not in-depth tips, is transport.
I'd say get a hop-on, hop-off bus, most definitely. Great way to get around Heraklion.
And Athens.
And Athens, yeah.
And Athens. We're going to do the Greek as all the legs as one big haul for tips rather than each area. The hop on hop off bus, right?
I just think it went to most corners of the island. Even if you didn't want to see one of the attractions, the chances are your accommodation is going to be near one of the stops. So it's handy instead of using taxis. I would say we get it online, because the price online is cheaper than buying it at the kiosks whilst you're there. Yeah, and it was a great way to get around and see everything, wasn't it? And then just dive off and go grab some eat, and there's another one or longer than half an hour. So, yeah, we enjoyed that, didn't we? Yeah, it was really good.
It was cool.
Really good.
It was cool. And we've never done it before because you can't like a bit of a tourist. It's not back of a bus with the camera. So, but actually, when we've used it, you've always said it, you just let it get on. I thought, no, like a tourist.
And I can't remember whether it was Heraklion or Athens, you might be able to. We were sat there and the music they were playing in the earphones was Land of Hope and Glory. We felt like we were at last night at the proms, it was brilliant.
Right, so taxis in all areas is try and pre-book them. Majority of the place in Athens and the majority in Heraklion are on the clock.
Yeah.
Always organise a price before you get in, but you do that in every country, but they're on the clock so they can't scam you. Which is a good thing because taxi drivers are the ones who always get the beating for ripping people off, especially tourists. You know, it's that old adage. If somebody says, is this your first time in X, whatever country it is, you always say, no, you've been there many times, because as soon as you say, yes, it's your first time, prices all go up.
Yeah, I think I would suggest if you're getting ferries in or you're flying in, use a company called Welcome Pickups. We've used them before in other countries, so they tend to cover most of the European countries and they'll track your transport inward, so they're not waiting on the clock for you.
Check everything out online. Everybody's got the benefits of Wi-Fi now, everybody's got the benefits of the internet. You can sort everything out before you even turn up. The days are gone where you rock up and then you've got to try and sort everything out. Moving on, accommodation.
Do we not want to say something about ferries?
Right, go on.
So,
Not accommodation, ferries. We're still on transport. This is what I'm going to put up with. I'm only here as I can be, I'm sure of it.
yeah, the ferries you need to pre-book quite a bit in advance, we found. They sell out quite quickly. The other thing for Heraklion, when you get your email confirmation from the ferry, wherever you're going to, whichever island, it tells you at the bottom that you must go and get it printed out at the booking office. You get to the booking office when you eventually find it, and there's a big notice outside saying, I know your email says you need to print it out, but you don't. So big tip from me.
So there you go, ferries. Right, moving on, accommodation.
Well, can I just...
Oh,
okay.
bugger off. Right, we use quite a lot booking.com because you can check the areas out, you can check the prices, you can set your own parameters, where you want to go, how much you want to pay, etc, etc. It's a great search engine, it's a great facility. So we've been using that quite a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because the more you go through booking.com, the higher up the genius level you get. The higher up the genius level you get, the more of a percentage you get down. Now, we're at a stage where one of us now is at the highest level, so now we've flipped over to the other person to bring them up to the same level. So whoever's doing the booking, we're going to get maximum reduction. You know, so that's just another one of our little tips.
Yeah, you get reductions and free upgrades, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
The other thing we've found, probably more this leg, which we'll probably get to a little bit
So
further
it's irrelevant
on.
to this one. Go on.
But in
Well, go
relation
on.
to
Go on,
booking.com,
carry on.
in relation
Again.
to booking.com, is if you want to stay somewhere a little bit longer, just put your first 3 nights and then book direct once you get here for your other stay.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's probably it for accommodation.
No, there's also use the messaging services. So if you're using booking.com, before you book with a certain, hotel or whatever it be, get in contact with them. Because a lot of them will say things like, oh yeah, free Wi-Fi. But what they won't tell you is you're 400 metres that way and the free Wi-Fi is in a reception. So is the Wi-Fi available in the rooms?
Yeah.
You might not want it, doesn't matter. But you may want tea and coffee facilities. Is there any steep hills? Ask them a million questions before, because a lot of them won't put it on there.
Yeah, and especially I found if you message them and say, can you tell me who's the best company to use to get a pick-up from the port or whatever it might be, quite often they'll come back and say, we can organise that for you. So that's been quite handy.
Well, one of the big tips we've found over the last 25 years of travelling is use local knowledge. Always use local knowledge. Be friendly with people. I make friends with everybody, don't I? I don't think there's a receptionist over the last 20 years who hasn't asked me to leave care and run away with you.
Male or female?
Male, oh yeah. I mean, a lot of males as well, but you know what I mean? I cross boundaries.
I thought you cross species, you told me.
I do cross species. I've had nostrics trying to have sex with me. So That's another thing. Use your local knowledge. Wherever you go in the world, you know, be friendly, be courteous, be civil, and use local knowledge, and you'll always benefit massively. You don't have to be super cute to benefit, obviously. Right. So while we're looking down here, it's not because we're depressed. Is we've got a little scratch book what we write all kinds of junk down in. So we've got it on the floor. You can't see it. And by the way, you can see the sea over there, can't you? We're not in Greece, I've already said that. We're off an island on Malaysia and it's 40 degrees today, so if we look a bit clammy, it's because we're a bit clammy. Right, so, right. What's been your peaks of the Greek leg? Give us one, just give us one.
For me, the Acropolis.
The Acropolis, you enjoyed the Acropolis?
I did, yeah. I didn't know I wanted to go and see it, but once we went to see it, I was amazed. I thought it was fantastic.
See, believe it or not, and this is going to come as a shock to absolutely everybody, Kate speaks far better than I do. I'm the cultured one.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I'm the one who enjoys classical music. I'm the one who enjoys history.
I like Wham.
I like Wham Bam. Thank you, ma'am. So, I want to see the Acropolis. Enjoyed it. That was a peak. That was a peak, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. I think some of the food.
Some of the food was a peak, some wasn't.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the islands. Like I said, we went to Eos and Kupanasi. The beaches and the water, sensational, out of this world. Eos is far more lively. It's not over lively. It's not like a Benidorm. There's a couple of bars in there, but it's not a drinking culture as such. It's a nightclub culture if you're young. But if you're in your 40s and 50s, it's not that kind of. You can go and have a few beers, there's a couple of bars, some great bars there. But when you get to the islands, it's peaceful. The beaches are sensational. The water is so clear. You can go snorkeling and 5 metres down you can see fish on the bottom, like it's a metre down. It was wonderful.
What was your peak?
Of the Greek islands, I think the beaches. I enjoyed the beaches. I enjoyed it. I'm always in the water anyway. I think because I'm built like a seal, I think it works well for me. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed being on the beaches. Not the sunbathing. I don't do sunbathing now. I can't sit still for that long. But I enjoyed that. Oh, I enjoyed the ATV.
Yes.
If you're gonna go, although there's public transport on the islands and there's public transport everywhere, if you want to go exploring, take your driving licence. Get an ATV, especially on Eos, a place like that. You can't, although you can get public transport, you can't stop and look at all the nook and crannies, and there's an amazing amount of them. So
yeah, it's like your own hop on bus, really.
or it's like an ATV.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm the culture bum.
Driver was better looking in Heraklion.
What do you mean? Oh yeah. So we jumped in ATV and we shot about here, there and everywhere. Well, like we said, we were only there for a few days, so it was literally hit it as fast as possible, do what we can before we're shipping out. What about your pits?
To be really, really truthful, the food for me in Greece, we had some fantastic meals in some local places. And we also had some not bad food, just not bold enough for our tastes, I think it's fair to say, is it?
Yeah, it seems slightly under-seasoned for us. By the way, we've got a vast amount of insects here. So, would you visit again? So let's start on, would you visit the islands, Kupanasi and Eos, yes or no?
Yes.
I'd say yes. Would you visit, not Heraklion or such, but Crete?
Yeah, I'd like to do more of Crete.
Yeah, I'd go back there for another week. We were only here for 3 nights. Crete's a big place. We were only in Heraklion before we shipped out. Would you go back to Athens?
Probably not. I think I've seen what I want to see.
Athens is one of them places, as a 3-day hit, it's perfect. You know, if you're doing I think over 3 days, maybe if you stretch it out, yes, you could get to a week, but we got it done. We did everything we wanted to do and saw everything and walked 1,000 miles in 3 days, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of it, because this is dragging on to 12 minutes and I wanted to have it done in 7. It sounds like my love life.
No comment.
Alright, so thank you very much. I hope you stay for the duration. That sounds like my love life as well. Right, so we'll see you all soon. Or the next episode we'll try and get out as soon as possible, and that'll be Singapore,
Yes.
where it was very interesting to say the least.
Dirty dancing, that's all I'm going to say.
What do you mean dirty dancing?
Wait for the next episode.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Right, see you all soon. Be good.
Bye.
Take care. Be lucky. Bye bye.